chair, and you just rock back and
Yes,
forth
but you
on
know
it,
that it squeaks.
and it squeaks.
Every week.
Every week it squeaks.
I'm getting the feeling that it's not the chair, it's you. You move around in the chair and you're squeaking. I think you should oil yourself.
Whatever it is, I hear it's annoying, and I apologize.
No, you don't.
Okay.
If you did, you'd do something about it.
You're right. I don't give a shit. But
in any event,
now I hear my headset squeaking. I don't know.
Well,
so anyway, it's been a crazy week. So they want to put everybody on the trial. I heard they're even looking for you.
Me? That's a joke.
Why not? You're about as guilty as anybody else is, probably.
I am a joke. Yes, I am.
Yeah. Well, who they try to arrest these days? Or who are they actually trying to interrogate and prove they're guilty?
Well, I don't know, but I tell you,
how many committees are there, and who are they? Who are they going after?
Well, they say that they have like 20 people lined up to testify. I know Jared Kushner is going to be the first one.
On which committee?
He's on both their lists, so it doesn't really make a difference.
Both what? What are they?
What are you talking about? What are they?
What do you mean? What are?
You're not making any sense.
I am making sense. You're too interested in listening to your music.
No, I'm not listening to my music.
Or typing away.
Believe me, I'm paying as much attention to what's going on here, and it ain't much.
You're definitely not. What committees are there, Mark?
Why?
What kind of committees are there? I'm asking you. You're the one that's saying...
The Judiciary Committee.
That's doing
the House Intelligence Committee.
And what are they doing? So that in case the audience doesn't know.
Yeah, but you see, you're asking me because you don't know what the hell's going on. That's why. I'm tired of bailing you out, man.
All right, so again, Dr. Marc doesn't know the answer.
Oh, I do know the answer. They want to find out if there was collusion between the Trump campaign and Russia, and they have a bunch of people who they haven't named other than Jared Kushner.
Yeah.
And they want to get to Michael Flynn, all right? But I mean,
that's only one committee.
How do you know? The Senate committee plans to interview the same people and more. They just haven't said who.
So there's no other committees going on.
Okay, whatever you say.
I'm asking you. I don't know nothing. I'm asking a question.
There are two friggin' committees. I told you. The House and the Senate. Each one is doing a separate... All
right. I think we got somebody on the line that might be intelligent.
Yeah, well, it ain't you, that's for sure.
Hello, who's on the line?
Hi, this is Suzette calling from Southern California.
Southern California. Suzette.
Well, if they're talking...
I'm jealous already. We're in
We're at the other side of the country.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Well, we had sunshine today, but you know what? Don't be jealous. I live in a liberal state. That's nothing to be jealous of. Let me tell you.
Well, so do we. We live in New York.
Yeah, I know.
So
we're on the same page here.
The two most liberal states in the country.
So yes, they are. They do have their committee meetings or investigations or whatever about what's his name, Flynn, and it just seems like the Democrats just can't seem to get enough. You know, they want to replace people, they want them to resign, they want to get rid of them, they want them ousted. Or
how come I don't hear anything?
In the case of Gorsuch, the nominee for the Supreme Court.
Yeah.
But, gee, they
I don't hear a thing.
When everything was going on the other foot. with Obama, and you had the Fast and Furious thing come up, and you had the IRS thing come up, and you had all these other things come up.
Yeah.
And you didn't hear them clamoring for anything there. It was, how dare you accuse these people?
Yeah. Hillary didn't do a darn thing. What do you?
Of course not. She's an angel.
Well,
yes, you can. You can hear now.
how do you know?
Mark, talk to Dr. Mark. She says he can't hear you.
Oh, you can't hear me?
Oh, now I do.
Can you hear me now?
Now I do. He probably shut off his microphone.
I
can hear you now.
I turned it on so you could hear.
Oh, well, thank you. It's about time.
I wasn't sure
How
if
about
you were.
now?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I wasn't sure if you were worthy of it yet.
Oh, thanks. Can you hear me? We're a regular comedy routine here.
And actually, Dr. Mark is ultra left-wing.
I am a progressive. I'm a Democratic progressive from New York. I'm proud of it. Card-carrying member of the ACLU.
Oh, just as long as you're not one of those humanists.
No. But, I mean, really, and your name is?
What's that?
Your name?
Oh, Suzette.
Suzette. Very nice. Well, let's put it this way, Suzette. You sound like a person who's been following the news, and you can't help, no matter what channel you put on, they show pictures from the Republican convention, and they're talking about locking Hillary up, and they're talking about
you're talking to the choir. She's a conservative.
Well, but you see, all right. So let me get. I want her opinion on this. They said you don't usually ask for immunity unless you're guilty and you have something to hide. Well, and that came from Flynn. All right, who has asked for immunity, and he's already been turned down by the Judiciary Committee because they want to hear. He's got to give something in order for them to decide whether they're going to forgive him or not.
Well, if they don't give him immunity, he's going to plead the fifth, so they're going to get nothing out of him.
Well, and then you got Trump who said, also, you don't need immunity if you're innocent. Well, I remember when I was, when I was teaching, I used to tell my students, as I told my own children, if you tell the truth, you never have to worry about what story you made. If you're telling the truth, it's always the same story and it's never going to change. And that really...
I agree.
That really was Hillary's problem. Hillary constantly said things and she had to walk it back because... Excuse me?
She's listening to you.
No, go ahead,
she can break in any time. It's okay. But...
no, go ahead.
Hillary, was caught too many times... in a lie, a fib, whatever you want to say, and she tried to walk it back and it didn't work. She didn't address the middle class at all. Okay? Personally, I think Biden should have run. The problem with Joe Biden was he decided too late, and Hillary felt that she was ordained to be the Democratic nominee. Okay? And Biden didn't want to ruffle any feathers because Obama had already backed Hillary. Okay? But I think Biden would have been a better president, a presidential candidate than Hillary. Okay? But unfortunately, it's not the way things turned out. And I think that Hillary, by not going to any of the states in the Rust Belt, they felt, well, what do they have to lose by voting for Trump? And that was his favorite line. What do you have to lose? And people took him at his word.
It was directed towards the black community and the...
Oh, no, I remember that.
Hispanic community, but yeah, basically Americans, too, that were on the fence What do you got to lose?
but you see,
you don't want to choose the alternative.
Right. I mean, there really wasn't much of a choice. People who hated Hillary, no matter what she did or said, it wasn't going to change anything. Supposedly, and I really do believe this, she won the popular vote. Okay, if she had won a couple of those Rust Belt states, she might have even had, enough votes in the Electoral College. But it wasn't to be. And all this man is doing, I mean, he's an embarrassment to this country. I really mean it. He tells Congress and the American people that the laws are not made for him, and that's why Jared and Ivanka have offices in the West Wing as advisors. And the first thing Ivanka says is, well, I'm not being paid for this job. Like she really needs the money? Come on, give me a break. His sons are staying out of it and running the business.
Well, first thing, let's start. Those laws do not apply to him, which is the truth. Those laws do not apply to executive
Wait,
office.
let her talk.
I'm
What,
sorry, go ahead.
Suzette?
Oh, I was saying none of them are receiving any payment.
I know.
For their positions as far as Jared or Ivanka, and neither is Trump for that matter, receiving any payment for their positions. And that's how he was able to have them in the positions that they are, because it's not an actual member of his administration. They're just acting as advisors, so they're not getting paid.
Well,
But I understand your viewpoint as far as just the family being
exactly
in the White House advising.
And not only
listen,
the only thing I'll say Trump is doing for this country is with the secretaries, various secretaries that he managed to get through Congress. These guys are all millionaires and billionaires. I don't think any of them are accepting a salary. So just imagine how much money he's saving by having millionaires and billionaires running our country. But what he's doing is he's draining the swamp from Wall Street. All of these people have connections to Wall Street.
Yep. Well, that and also because they know how to make money, they're getting the ball rolling as far as the country with jobs and the economy. Because if you just have a bunch of lawyers in there that haven't ever run a business or anything, they've just been groomed basically from birth to become politicians. They don't know how to make money. They don't know how to manage. They don't know how they're politicians.
It's
they
true.
Think they have ideas because they went to Harvard, but we see how that worked out.
Yeah, I know. Well, the unfortunate thing right now is that, as I heard somebody on Fox News today, I try to watch all the news programs that I can. He said, anytime you turn on the news, it's either about Russia or it's about the Health Care Act that wasn't passed, which was a terrible bill to begin with.
Almost as bad as Obamacare.
17% of the people wanted to see it passed. Okay? 24,000 people would have been taken off of insurance. Okay? You don't put a bill forward just because... And then...
The bill had
bill
had three parts.
Yeah, I know that. Phase 1, 2, and 3. Okay.
So
the bottom line is...
The amount of people that wouldn't have insurance are basically because it would have been a choice. It's not mandated. So that's about approximately how many people, maybe less, maybe more, that would choose not to have health insurance. As it stands right now, it's a mandate, so you're required to have it. With the Ryan Care bill, as I call it, because it wasn't a good bill. I'm not defending it whatsoever. But under that bill, basically it was saying, if you want it, buy it. If you don't, don't. And so people that, young people that don't feel that they need it wouldn't have purchased it, and that they would be under that amount of people, 24,000 or 28,000, that wouldn't be covered. It's not that they aren't covered; it's just that they chose not to.
But then you have the elderly, the elderlies who can't really afford the premiums. And then if they could afford the premiums,